Well, welcome to this first installment in this course on the expedition. And we want to talk about mission, defining our mission, your mission, and what you want that to look like in terms of what an event might look like. But what you're going to be talking about, what's going to be coming from your heart to share with men. And I really can't talk about that without sharing my own experience very quickly, in that uh, my heart for men began in a Sunday school class back in my 30s, in which I recognize, it was a big Sunday school class of 70 men, that in one year we had 5 divorces and a separation that led to a suicide. All friends, all men I knew, men I talked to, prayed with, ate dinner with, did fellowship with, served on committees in the church with. And I had a real, just strong sense that there was something going wrong with men, going wrong with the men I knew. And it led to, I guess, beginning of a concern, which led to a desire to do something about it. And years later, that led to, through a lot of journey, a lot of trial and error in my church and with other men, is it led to working with men outdoors, right, in adventure, and then bringing the truth of Christ, the truth of what it looks like to be a man as God designed us in His image, and that began to look like, for me, planning events, going on backpacking trips, doing fires and bonfires, and discussing all those things, talking about what a godly man looks like. And that led to doing many things that I love. I love the outdoors in all ways. I enjoy any number of events. And so my ministry, my particular love, started out looking like backpacking, but it included rafting and fly fishing. God brought the materials for me to use, the things that I had gone through myself with men in my church and with men in community, and then also by the time I started New Wilderness Adventures, the book Wild at Heart came out, which was perfect timing in what I was doing with Wilderness Adventure, and that became a foundational piece of what we would share with men, the teaching of the image bearers of God as men. So as you think about, why have you joined the guide training? What has pricked your heart, right? That you want to share with men about? What is it that's the foundational things that you want to share with men? And begin to think about that and pray about, why am I feeling called to share with men? I love the outdoors. And I think I can do that in an environment. And I think it would be good for you to maybe just uh, think about what your mission would be, might be your first event, right? Part of your guide training is you've got to do your own event. You've got a desire to on an event. And what would that event, what would you love to do with men in the outdoors? That's it. What would you love to do? And if you go and do what you love to do, God's going to give you an opening to share, to listen, to intervene in men's lives with truth, with love, with all those gifts of the Spirit that we desire to have. And so, as you begin to plan in the expedition, there's a lot to it. There's a lot to get ready for. It's like planning for a trip to go backpacking in the Grand Canyon, or to go do, to do a long event. There's many elements of that, but knowing your why, knowing what has pricked your heart to do this, and being able to write that out and know that as you go in, is very important. So take some time, write out what you would hope to have happen. I think that would be the best way to do it in an event with men, whether it's backpacking, hunting, fishing, whatever it is you desire to do.